Hello everybody, I'm Gwent Gamer, and behind me you can see a pumpkin farm which I'm about to make in my survival world. So I thought before I release that video, I'll make this tutorial so you can have a look at it if you want to make it in your own worlds. So let's get to it. So this chunk of farm is 12 wide by 12 deep by 14 high, but it's actually made up of 4 separate tileable farms, and even those 4 separate tileable farms can actually be broken in half. So the 4 segments are 6 blocks wide by 12 blocks long by 7 blocks high, or you can even make it 3 wide by 12 long by 7 high. Okay, so we're going to get started by creating just one section of this farm, and then you can just tile it and create it as high or as wide as you want to. So in this chest is everything that you're going to need to build this farm yourself. So we're going to need some pumpkin seeds, some bone meal and a hoe, redstone repeaters, a building block of your choice, observers, pistons, a grass block, redstone blocks, minecart hoppers, normal hoppers, rail and powered rail. So this is everything you should need, plus you're actually going to need a chest to collect your resources in. Okay, so we're going to start by placing down our foundation. So we're going to need to go 4 blocks wide by 8 blocks deep. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to leave a gap here. And we're going to leave a gap of 4 here. So this gap of 4 is going to be for our repeaters, our hoppers, and this gap is going to be for redstone blocks. Then we're going to place in some powered rails, some normal rails, some more powered rails. If you just follow the pattern I'm doing, you shouldn't go wrong. This is fairly easy. Just like that. Okay, then you're going to come to the side of those rails and place in some more dirt blocks, or it can be just a normal building block, doesn't make a difference. We're going to cut one of these 2 blocks out, put a redstone block there, and powered rail all along here. We're going to do the same on the other side. So block there, all the way back here. Remember to put in your redstone. Same again. At the front here, we are going to want a hopper, come to think about it. So if we do this, and same on the other side, so this. Okay, and we can place our building blocks along the front here. You're also going to want to come up here and here with your building blocks, and at the back we're going to want a block there and a block there. So if you haven't guessed yet, this is where your collection area is. And just to show you on the completed build, so we've got a collection area under here with some hoppers, and on the sides here. The reason we need these bits on the side is because occasionally the pistons will bring back the block, and it will actually glitch through the piston and land up on top here. It doesn't happen all the time, but occasionally it does, so we want to collect those pumpkins too. Okay, so that's your base layer done, your foundation is complete. Well done, pat yourselves on the back. We're going to want to put some hopper mine carts on here so that we can actually collect our drops. So we need one there, and one there. Next, we're going to want to build our foundation for the pumpkins to grow on. So we're going to want to come to these blocks here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So fill in this entire area with your grass block. Next, we need to place in our pistons. You need to place your pistons just like this over those powered rails. Now we're going to place in our observers, so just place some temporary blocks, and you need to place your observers facing into this block here. And to do that, you place them from above and go all the way along the row, and do the same on the other side. You can make this far more efficient by spacing out these observers. So for example, you could just detect when a pumpkin grows based on like these blocks, for example. So you don't need an observer on every block, but it does make it more efficient if you put them on every block, because it means as soon as a pumpkin grows in any of the spaces, it will pop off. Next, we're going to want to put redstone on all of our pistons. And then we're going to want to put a building block over that redstone dust. Then we're going to want to put redstone on top of all of our observers. And we can do the same on this side. That's just to make sure that this redstone doesn't connect up to this redstone. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is build this circuit here. This is the most important part of the build, so please pay attention. We're going to need a block here, and a block there. Same on this side. 2 blocks here. A row of blocks here, so we're going to need 6 in total, and then another row of blocks here. So this is what it should look like now. We're going to place redstone dust across these blocks. We're going to have a repeater coming out of those 2 blocks with this set to the default ticks. We're going to have repeaters going into the repeaters we've just placed with 4 ticks on each of them. This creates a lock-in repeater, which is really important. It makes sure that when the observers detect the pumpkin growth, they don't then redetect the pistons and then create a constant loop of piston fire. I'll just explain that at the end for you, so you know the importance. Then we're going to get some redstone and wrap it around on each side. Now we're going to be placing down our pumpkin, so you need to hoe the middle section of this build, place in all of your pumpkin seeds, and bone meal them when you're done. And you should have something that looks a little bit like this. So we've got your collection system here and here. We've got pistons to break off the pumpkins when they grow either side, observer blocks to detect the growth, a line of redstone along each of the redstone machines, so along the observers and along the pistons. We should have redstone dust straight across here, redstone dust along the back here, 2 repeaters in the middle pointing away from the front of the farm, and then 2 repeaters pointing into each of those repeaters on 4 ticks. As long as you've got all that right, your farm should start producing pumpkins. And let's see if we've got any. So far we've got 8. So that's pretty good going. The only other things I would say you could do to this, and probably should, is box it in. So if you can add in any type of block you want, really. Transparent blocks are fine if you want to see in the farm. So let's grab some glass. And just pretty it up a little bit. You can do whatever you want to, but we don't want the pumpkins popping out the sides of this farm, because it's going to ruin your drops. Just like that. Okay, so in about 30 minutes, this farm has got us 38 and 39, so say 40 in each, so 80 in 30 minutes, so double that, and 160 pumpkins an hour. Not bad for something as basic as this. So there we have it. Some pretty simple pumpkin farms or melon farms that you can do fairly early on in the game that produces quite a good drop rate. If you did like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see this built in my survival world, please go and check out Gwent Land Season 1 Episode 2, which will be out this Sunday. If you haven't already, go and watch Episode 1, which was released a couple of days ago. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Gwent Gamer. Goodbye.